Hi. So I wanted to make this video on sight alignment and shooting with both eyes open. First things first, like what I said in my first video, I'm not a professional trainer. I am not a sponsored, professional competitive shooter. I've been shooting for a while, but I'm just recently started shooting IDPA competitive shooting earlier this year. So I wanted these videos to be more about sharing what I'm learning, and hopefully that can help some. And same thing for me. I'd like to, learn as much as I can from making these videos. If you have any opinions or techniques that you've noticed work for you, please share them. I'm big on doing what works best for you. I don't think there's one way to do something. Try different things and just see what fits you best. So first things first, safety. Before we start practicing, make sure we have no ammo on us whatsoever. Clearing our weapon. Make sure we have no mag in the gun, no round in the chamber. Good. So as far as sight alignment, what we're looking for, and I think this is pretty standard, and I've actually seen some people describe it with drawing it out. I'm going to try to show you on my weapon as best I can. So what we're looking for is that front post to be lined up perfectly even in that rear sight, that rear notch, even across the top and an even amount of space on each side. And I'll try to show you with my weapon here what we're actually looking for. So we're looking to get that. Let's see if I can get it over there. So there we go. So even across the top, even amount of space on each side. Kind of hard to do in this position, but that's kind of what we want. That's what we want to put on target. And you'll notice I actually like to black my rear sights out. It helps me focus more on the front sight and the target. May end up actually upgrading that soon. That's what we're looking for. So that's first things first. As far as getting those sights aligned on target, when it comes to IDPA shooting, style shooting, or defensive shooting, you may know, a lot of the time you're going to be drawing from your holster. So you've got to draw and get those sights aligned and on target. And the key to, in my opinion, the key to shooting fast and having fast follow-up shots, transitioning quickly, is being able to put your gun out there and know that your sights are already pre-aligned. So when you get out there, all you've got to do is look at your target and know that you're putting when you put your sights out there, they're already lined up, and that's just going to come from practice. What I do, I don't actually pick any kind of spot on a target. I'm just pointing it and making sure they're lined up, seeing what that feels like, building that muscle memory up. So when I put it out there, I don't even have to second guess it. I know, boom, that my sights are lined up when I push them out there, and that just comes from practice. I'm still working. I have to work on it every single day almost. But that's going to be I think the key, like I said, the key to shooting fast follow-up shots, being able to transition quickly to targets, is knowing that your sights are pre-aligned. As far as getting those sights on target and doing it with both eyes open, I think, again, that having both eyes open are very important when it comes to IDPA or defensive style shooting, because you're shooting at moving targets, or you might be moving and shooting. And that, in my opinion, is going to be really hard to do with just one eye. So learning to shoot with both eyes open is important, very important in my opinion. So what I'm actually doing when I'm shooting with both eyes open, I'm actually not focusing on my sights. I'm focusing more on the target. And a good way to kind of explain how to do that, I've got a couple of examples we can use. If you take a spot on your wall, a speck of dirt, a fly, whatever, stare at it, and then point your finger at it. You'll notice that when you point at it, your finger goes straight to it. You don't have to find it. It goes right to it. Same thing with your weapon. When you're staring at a spot on that target and you go to push your gun out there, your weapon goes straight to that spot. So using that, thinking about that, that's kind of, you know, what we're after here. We're staring at that spot on that target, knowing that our sights are pre-aligned, and boom, putting it right on that spot, because your hands are going to go straight to, you know, what you're looking at, and knowing that your sights are pre-aligned is what's going to allow you to get those shots off quickly. Another way I like to describe it is what I'm actually looking for is not, like I said, not the sights. I'm looking at the target and trying to put the blur of those sights on the target. So I'm looking for what I refer to as the blur. One way to explain that one would be pick another spot on your wall and stare at it and point your thumb at it. Now stare at the back of your thumb. Stare at your thumbnail, not the spot on the wall, just for a couple seconds. Now stare back at that spot on the wall, but keep your thumb there. You'll notice your thumb becomes blurry. That's what I'm looking for. When I'm staring at that spot on that target, I am looking for the blur of that sight. My sight's already pre-aligned. I know they're going to be pre-aligned, so I'm just, boom, looking for that blur and I'm taking my shot. That's what works best for me. And also when I'm transitioning, one thing I like to do is when I'm going from one target to another, I will actually turn my head first to that target, and then I will bring my weapon to it, because back to, you know, your finger follows what you're pointing at. So if I've put my eyes on that target first, my hands are going to go straight to it, instead of trying to, you know, kind of do this number and then I'm, you know, trying to find it. If I'm looking first, my fingers are going to go straight to it. My hands are going to go straight to the target. But all that just takes a lot of practice, muscle memory, knowing when it's out there, you know, they're pre-aligned. I can't stress that enough. That's going to be the key to this whole thing, knowing that your sights are pre-aligned as soon as as soon as you get your gun out there. Please let me know what you think. Let me know if this has been helpful. If there's anything I can be doing differently, if you'd like to see more videos, please let me know.